Air Force's next nuclear missile at risk after costs spike. Washington. The Air Force's next nuclear missile program has exceeded its planned costs severely enough to trigger a report to Congress, potentially putting the program's survival at risk. The Northrop Grumman-made LGM-35A Sentinel intercontinental ballistic missile has overrun its initial cost projections and incurred a critical Nunn-McCurdy breach, an Air Force spokesperson confirmed to Defense News. The Air Force notified Congress about the breach Thursday. The Office of the Secretary of Defense will now review the Sentinel program, the Air Force said, and will decide whether to restructure the program or cancel it entirely. Work under the current contract will continue until OSD completes its review of the Sentinel program, the Air Force spokesperson said. Maintaining a strong nuclear deterrent is critical to safeguarding our nation and protecting our allies from a nuclear attack. The Sentinel program is planned to replace the Air Force's Cold War-era LGM-30G Minuteman III ICBM as part of the U.S. nuclear triad. Northrop Grumman in 2020 received a $13.3 billion contract to build Sentinel, and the program was originally expected to cost about $96 billion. The per-unit total cost for the Sentinel was $118 million when the program's cost, schedule, and performance goals were set in 2020, the Air Force said. Since then, that has grown at least 37% to about $162 million, triggering this cost overrun process. A critical Nunn-McCurdy breach is declared when a major defense acquisition program's cost grows 25% over the current cost targets or at least 50% over the original cost. The Defense Department must notify Congress when such a major cost overrun. The Pentagon will also have to certify to Congress that there are no cheaper alternatives to the Sentinel program, that the new cost estimates are reasonable, that it is a higher priority than other programs whose funding could be cut to cover the cost growth, and that the program's management structure can control further cost growth. If that certification does not happen, the program would be terminated. William LaPlante, the Undersecretary of Defense for Acquisition and Sustainment, said the Pentagon will also have to certify to Congress that there are no cheaper alternatives to the Sentinel program, that the new cost estimates are reasonable, that it is a higher priority than other programs whose funding could be cut to cover the cost growth, and that the program's management structure can control further cost growth.